Well, hello. I'm Corey Amesbury, Norwex consultant, and today I'm going to be going through our morning skincare routine with you. And I'm going to be honest, I've got some notes I'm going to be reading from because I'm newer talking about it. I've been using it since the middle of June of 2025, and so a few months now, and I'm seeing great. I feel better. I get compliments on my skin, so I feel like everybody needs to be using this. So let me read you a little bit about our skincare program, and then I'll get into the steps you take. So our ingredients that make our Norwex skincare unique are that we have Nordic antioxidants such as cloudberry, lingonberry, sea buckthorn, bilberry, red algae, and black oat. The benefits of that are they help fight free radicals, support skin's natural moisture barrier, reduces moisture loss, lack of hydration, reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, which we all want, and softens and smooths and energizes and brightens our skin. It's also made with glacial water. Now remember, our products come from Norway. They're naturally filtered in the mountains. The rocky riverbed filters and preserves the water, making it microbiologically pure. The benefits of the glacial water is it's intensely hydrating, rich in mineral trace elements. We also have probiotics and prebiotics in our skincare. The skin houses organisms known as the microbiome, which was kind of new to me, which shield against pollution and harsh cleansers. When it's compromised, dryness and irritation can occur. Have you had that happen with using some other products? Had some irritation or dryness? When it's compromised, pre and probiotic helps keep the microbiome balanced and protected. The benefits is a balanced skin, unique microbiome, and helps protect from exterior stressors, which we all certainly have those. So our first step at night for me is using our cleansing facial powder. And I love this. It comes out as a super fine powder that I just wet my hand. I typically pour it into my dry hand about the size of a grape, and then I get my other hand wet and rub my hands together till it gets a nice foamy lather, and then I wash my face and I clean it off with the Norwex face and body cloth. And that's what I do at night. In the morning, because I get all my makeup off. I mean, you can definitely do makeup remover. We have products for that to help you, but I prefer just to use this and my face cloth. In the mornings, because I've already washed my face the night before and done my night routine, I like to just get the, I'm gonna take my glasses off now, so I'm not gonna be able to see much in front of me once I do that, guys. But here we go. In the mornings, I like to just take my face and body cloth and wash my face off with that. And these are awesome. They absorb a lot of water and they cleanse really well. And for about 5 years, all I used was this cloth and water to wash my face. And then I found out they had skincare, and I was skeptical because I said, hey, wait a minute, I've been told all I need is that cloth and water. But once I tried the cleanser first, that's the first thing I used, I loved how it made my skin feel. It was soft and I felt clean. It just made a difference. So that's how I started on my Norwex skincare journey. At night, your second step is the Norwex Bakuchiol. You get a little glass jar, and it is refillable. So when there's like 30 in here, so a month's supply if you use it every day. And it comes in this little capsule that you twist the top off, squeeze it onto your fingers. Try not to get it wet because, shoot, I gotta dry it off. They are biodegradable, so they will, when they're wet, or if you put it in water, you can watch it over time disintegrate to nothing. So great for the environment. This one's wet and I don't want it to stick to the other, so I'm gonna leave it out. somewhere it won't get wet. Okay. But you can just buy the refill $10 cheaper. If you put it on auto save, like an auto ship program we offer, you get it 10% off of that price as well. And when it comes, you just rip open the little package and pour it right in. So we have our glass bottles are forever bottles, meaning you use them forever, and we have refills for that. We do have a refill for the cleansing powder. All you do is screw the top off. You can look in there what is left. I started using that in June, and there's it's as the light shows me, I've got this much left, so just under half, and I've used it for, I don't know, 4 months, 4.5 months. So that's kind of what I use at night. In the morning, you want to use our vitamin C capsule, which the bakuchiol that you use at night is blue. This one is kind of an orangey yellow, so that it reminds you of sunshine. You use it during the day. In the morning, again, you get the packets to refill, and you put it in the little glass jar. I might as well leave this open so I can put my stuff back. And all I'm doing, if you can see, I got to go up a little further, sorry, is I twist off. I usually twist the top, but I'm holding it wrong for that. All right, and then I'm just going to pour, let it drip into the palm of my hand. And some people like to drop it on their skin, but I don't. And then I like to rub my hands together a little, and then I press it, spread and press. And whatever you do to your face, you should also do to your neck. And I'm also starting to kind of take the excess and do the back of my neck so that it matches the front. And then you can just throw the little pieces away. And our next step then, I forgot to share anything about those products. Hang on. And I'm reading my notes. The cleanser removes makeup, smooths for smoother, healthier looking skin. Your let's see, the bakuchiol serum, the little blue one, you do at night, is a natural retinol alternative. It smooths fine lines and wrinkles. And the vitamin C that I just put on my face reduces dark spots and fine lines. It has antioxidants to help fight air pollution and free radicals. So those were those products. The next product I'm going to use is our Renewing Eye Cream. And this is to brighten the area. If you've got little dark circles, it helps with fine lines. I've noticed a difference in the fine lines that I had here back in June are much less noticeable. I feel like the circles under my eyes are much less noticeable as well, and this will help with puffiness. The cleanser is great for any age. I just did this completely wrong. You're gonna wanna use these 2 fingers, and I use about a half a pump. And then you just, and I put a little too much on and use 2 fingers. So I have some on this finger, so I'm just going to put it on so that I can use the correct ring finger to put on. And I like to use, I have extra here on these fingers, so I use some extra so I don't get the fine lines around my lips. Sometimes I put it in here since I have a little too much on, I'll do that. Otherwise, I just lightly, you can go all the way up to my eyebrow, and then I go all the way on my lashes here and down to my cheekbones, and I make sure I get it back here. And that will not irritate your eyes if it gets in your eyes. If you look at the ingredients or the instructions on a lot of eye creams, it'll tell you not to get it in your eye, which if you're using it around your eye, you hope that if it got in your eye, it isn't really gonna hurt and sting. So I love our Renewing Eye Cream, especially if you're on the, if you're past your 20s, if you're maybe mid 30s and older, the eye cream, you could use it if you're younger. Maybe if you were out late the night before and you just have some puffiness and you use it periodically, but you do not need this as a young adult or as an adolescent. A lot of teenagers are big into using all this skincare and have 6 to 12 products to use. And the only products that really the young people would need would be our cleansing powder and our hydrating moisturizer. Honest to God, that is all you would need for a younger person. But as you age and start noticing changes in your skincare, then you need to add some of those products to keep your youthful look. The next product is our rejuvenating serum. And I'm going to read about this one. It reduces visible signs of aging, brightens skin, and improves elasticity to make you look and feel younger. And this is a product that I would not go without. It's an easy way to open. You just twist the top and the dispenser comes out. And I just pour one pump into my hand. I kind of keep it on my fingers. And then I just rub it on. And again, what you're doing to your face, you do to your neck. And I do this one all the way down to my décolletage. And I like to do into my ears because you don't want, I come from a family that, at least I noticed on my brother, fine lines here, as he's about 14 years older than me. So I'm making sure that I get all the way back to my ears. I just want it all, cover all the bases, right? The cool thing, when you need to refill this, you just open it and pull this out. It comes in a plastic bottle, and all you have to do is pop it back in, line it up there. Whoops, I just squirted some out, so I'll put some more on my face and twist it down. So that's how our refill comes with that. And again, you can kind of figure out when you get it, if you date your product, and I wouldn't date the glass bottle, I would date the plastic insert part and kind of see how long it takes you to go through one of them. And then when you need to reorder, you can set up your spend and save. Not your spend and save, your auto ship. Auto save, that's what we call it. My next step is hydrating moisturizer. And we have 2 different moisturizers. For nighttime, if you have really dry skin or normal skin, I would say you can do the hydrating night cream, which comes with a pump like this. You just press it down and it dispenses some. I have combination skin, and I was using that, and that's only used at night. I was finding that I started to break out, and I think it was because it's a detoxer too. It's great. So maybe it was supposed to do that, but I just felt it was too thick for my skin, and I have oily skin. So I will use that probably in the winter time and not in the summer months. So you just kind of have to play with it and see what works for you. So my combination that I like in the at night is the hydrating moisturizer alone. And in the daytime, I use our hydrating moisturizer with a drop of the illuminating oil, which we call our gold in a bottle. And again, this one, obviously I'm getting pretty darn low. I have a refill, but I'm still getting some out of it. But it comes, again, you could like just right on the side or right on the bottom, the date you start using this. It just screws in when you need a new one. So kind of nice. I use a full pump. I might actually, because this is getting low, do a pump and a half. And this is my morning routine. At night, I only use this, and a little less usually, I guess. And then this comes as a dropper, and I'm gonna drop 2 drops onto that and mix it together. This product contains a little oil, or a little nut oil. So if you have a nut allergy, you may want to skip the illuminating oil, but this is fantastic, and I'll read about it in a second. And this, I definitely go back to the back of my neck And I go down into my décolletage. I do my neck, and I should be going up with the neck. And it's a gel formula, and in the summer when it's hot, it feels so good. I cannot tell you. Any leftovers, I like to, the backs of our hands show our age, people. So if I have any hydrating lotion left over, I will put it on there. We do not have a hand lotion at the moment. I haven't been with Norwex long enough to know if they've had it in the past, but I hope they come out with that. So our moisturizer, this particular one, the hydrating moisturizer, it's gel-based. It has glacial water, which gives intense hydration and strengthens your moisture barrier. I add the illuminating oil, which I started this probably in July. I didn't use it every day. Now I use it every day, so I'm starting to go through it a little faster. It has plant-derived ingredients to nourish, restore skin, and provides an intense hydration. And like I said, if you have a nut allergy, you may want to skip this little one because it may irritate you. And the next thing I want to talk about is our sunscreen. This is our last step. Our Protect and Prevent mineral sunscreen is fantastic. Obviously sunscreen's going to be a little thicker, and it took me a little bit to get used to it. This is not refillable. You just have to buy it as you need it. I use about that much, and I put it again on these 4 fingers, and I smooth it on. I get on my ears. My dad had skin cancer in the tops of his ears, so I make sure I do that, being as fair and blonde as I am. And I will spread this down. You can use a little more if you want to. This is an awesome product though, and let me tell you about it. So it is reef friendly certified, which is awesome. So it's not going to do anything to our water that's not good. It protects against UVA and UVB rays and blue light from our phones and our computers and laptops, and it fights free radicals. So awesome products. That is my routine. It doesn't take very long, but it's important to take care of our skin. This is the largest organ in our body, or it's not really it's on the outside, so it gets exposed to everything that we get exposed to. So it's important to make sure we're taking care of that. The last thing I can tell you about at night, I love to use the hydrating Norwex lip hydration, and this is berry scented. It smells delightful. It's got a little peachy pink color to it, and you could use it during the day. Some people carry it with them as their lip gloss, which you can. It is very thick, so you need very little. Most of our products, you don't need much to get the job done. And so for sure at night, I put this on before I go to bed. I was outside most of the day yesterday, so I brought some with me because it's October and the wind blows and my lips get dried out pretty quick. So very good. Love it. So that is my morning routine. I know I had done a video showing off my nighttime routine, and I wanted to show this one too. Lucky you, our skincare is on sale now until November 1st at noon. Either 20, 25, or 30% off depending on what you buy. So if you buy one item, you're going to get 20% off. If you buy a second item, you're going to get 25% off the total. And if you buy a third item, you're going to get 30% off the whole thing. So I highly suggest, if you want to try our products, now is the time to grab them. It's the best deal I've seen so far since I joined. And it's fabulous products. I would not be shouting this at you, showing it as often as I do if I didn't believe it myself. I use it every day, morning and night. I look forward to taking my makeup off and doing my skincare at night before bed. It just makes me feel clean and ready to get a good night's sleep and start the day fresh the next day. All right, thanks for watching.